5 chairpersons from various committees of Parliament dealing with finances dissecting the 2025-2026 national budget. Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana proposed a general fuel levy increase of 15 and 16 cents per litre for diesel and petrol, respectively.
We should not promote a situation where we don't want the public and the corporates to pay taxes. It will not be right that every time the state talks about increasing a tax, we encourage protest. You are not going to run a state based on populism, because there's no state that can function without revenue. Otherwise, if you want to run the government and the state in general based on populism, that you will never raise a tax and you never do this, at some state that state is going to collapse.
This was the third budget tabled by Godongwana. In February, the cabinet could not reach an agreement over a proposal for a 2 percentage point hike in VAT. And a revised budget in March faced a court interdict to halt a proposal to increase VAT by 0.5 percentage point.
I can tell you, unless something changed this morning, subject to the amendments that Parliament has to make as part of the appropriations process and so on, the parties in the GNU will support the budget, ultimately. So it will pass. We will not have this scenario where the budget doesn't pass. I hope Mr. Moloto doesn't kill me for straying out, but I felt this is important to say, because we'll get to a point where if we are irresponsible, then we'll get to a point where people are not going to get paid their salaries. And I don't think we should get there.
The emphasis going forward will be fiscal discipline, among other things.
We are going to make sure that whatever the next engagement we have with any international investor or domestic investor in future, the story South Africa has to tell is that ultimately we are reviewing our expenditure to make sure it's aligned to priorities. We have a plan that is fundable. We hold the executive to account against that plan. And if there's a figure that we should all obsess about going into the medium term, is whether the rate of investment, both domestically, internationally, the gross capital formation, is that number going up or down? Once we get that right, we can talk about job creation.
Lula Mamatya, SABC News, Cape Town.